Derrick Henry is the best running back that the NFL has ever seen. Buy or sell?
So I'm gonna have to get into a couple semantics or technicalities on this one here. So
Bring it.
I'm going to buy that Derrick Henry is the best runner of all time. I do not think he is the best running back of all time. I think there's probably a couple people that have that title above him, but as just a pure runner of the football, and if you think about just the running game in general, when you're thinking about an NFL offense, having someone like Derrick Henry is an absolute game changer because
Mhm.
he not only has the breakaway speed, the home run hitting ability, um, just that every single time you give him the ball, he can score from anywhere on the field, except maybe the goal line, which, we'll talk about that. I don't think he's the best goal line back, but just from everywhere on the field, he is a dangerous weapon. But not only that, he's going to be able to chunk for 5 or 6 all the way down the
Mhm.
field. He's not going to, try to get outside like how Chris Johnson kind of got, in trouble. And funny enough, both these guys that are running for 2K are both in Tennessee Titan uniforms, but they do it very different ways. You can give the ball to Derrick Henry 30 times a game and he'll grind out 5-6 yards every play, or he can go and try to run the big play. And something that he's adding to his game this year more than ever is he's actually catching the ball this year. And I thought that was just a massive way that they were underutilizing him, is just
Mhm.
putting it in the outside, and just he's so dangerous in the open field. And if you put him one-on-one with anyone, you know, he's not always going to be able to juke around them and be able to, break tackles and make people miss like other people would. But if you get him downhill with any sort of speed, any sort of inertia, it's going to take 3 or 4 guys to bring him down. So when you get him barreling down in the outside on a screen or anything like that on second, third level guys, he's so dangerous. So I think they're starting to use him better as a catcher of the ball, but I think it might be a little too early. I mean, if he does this for 5 or 6 more years, yeah, he's the best running back of all time.
Mhm.
But I don't see it, that kind of wear and tear on his body. And I think other guys like Emmitt Smith and Barry and I just think those guys did everything.
Yeah,
And
I think in terms of running back, historical running backs that we've seen, the closest comparison to Derrick Henry might be Adrian Peterson,
yeah,
but more. I hate saying more physical because that almost takes away from Adrian Peterson's physicality. That
he's
guy,
more violent than him, though. I think.
yes, that's a good way to put it. He's more violent, and I just think the scariest thing, man. We saw his run. I think he topped out at about like 21 miles per hour against the Bills, or against the Bills on Monday night. That is I think the fastest run of his career and the fastest run of any running back this season. But the thing is, man, no man that big, that powerful, that much of a tank should be able to move that fast.
No,
That's not human.
it's ridiculous. It's honest. It's sickening, honestly.
It's scary. Just watching from my TV, I see this big dude break tackles and outrun defensive backs.
It's unhealthy to look at.
No,
I don't get it.
I, Derrick Henry is almost like what humans should aspire to be in terms of physicality. And he's a specimen, almost like in that MMA world, like compared to Francis Ngannou, a specimen, just perfect humans. Derrick Henry can do everything. He's nimble. He can make defenders miss. He can take a defender's face and shove him into the ground. We saw that last year with Josh Norman. He could outrun defensive backs. We saw that on Monday night and multiple other times. And like you said, Alex, he's been brought to the pass game as well, which is even more unfair. Because
Gross.
at least he was semi one dimensional last year. He would just run the football. Of course, you can't stop him when he's running the football, but now you gotta worry about him in the run game and the pass game. I think there should be a rule against the Titans passing him the ball. I think that should be like a 5-yard penalty at the least. He just does everything so damn well, and it might be controversial, Alex, because knock on wood, because the thing about Derrick Henry, he's longevity. He looks great right now, like the other great running backs in the league. Alvin Kamara has been out for periods of time. Christian McCaffrey out for periods of time. Dalvin Cook out for periods of time. The thing about Derrick Henry is that he doesn't miss a snap, man. He's in there right now. He's on pace for 2,210 rushing yards on the year. He's averaging 130 a game. He puts team on his back. He might be the MVP of the year of the season so far. I'm just going to say it. He's the greatest running back of all time. It might be preemptive. It's definitely preemptive, but man,
I like it though.
It might be. And also, I'll throw in. There's also a thing. I'm a little younger. I did not see like the greatest running back. I two greatest running backs I got to watch live were LaDainian Tomlinson. Oh, so damn good. Those dark blue Chargers uniforms in Qualcomm. I won't forget those. And then Adrian Peterson. I wasn't there for Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Walter Payne, Jim Brown, but I will. Derrick Henry's the best. I'm just going to go on and say I am full on buying this, Alex.
I don't hate it. I really don't. I mean, again, he's probably the best pure runner of the football we've ever seen.